Shadow work or true healing is raw. It's extremely personal and extremely raw. Shadow work is between you and the divine, you and your higher consciousness, you and your spirit team and your guides. True healing and being guided by your spirit team, allowing you to understand the steps that must be taken to overcome the hidden traumas, often takes twists and turns and becomes extremely raw and emotional. Different experiences from different timelines creates different traumas or different stagnation that must be overcome. Your spirit team will often point out to you things that are hidden that you didn't even know needed to be addressed or worked on. And because of that, it can often take you by surprise. We suppress a lot of emotions and a lot of turmoil and hidden traumas that we didn't know existed or that we suppressed and buried deep within in order to handle and deal with the pain. Oftentimes, we suppress and push things furthest back in our mind and bury it deep down within us as a means to handle and deal with pain and disappointment, letdowns, anguish. So when these emotions surface again after years and years of being built up, as you know, most energy or pressure, it can cause unexplainable or unexpected rush or floods of emotions that we didn't expect to happen. The reason I mention this is because I've been on my healing journey, um, and I am not, shy about the things that are necessary for my personal healing journey. Whatever my guides lead me and instruct me to do, I jump on it. I take it on as an exciting challenge to overcome whatever turmoil or suppressed or hidden or built up, anguish or traumas that may be buried. Because the sooner I get that out of the way, the sooner I'm able to be elevated or evolve or graduate and allow my guides to finally allow me to experience the gifts, the promises, and the rewards that they promised me a while ago. And just like many of you, I want to experience nice things. I want to, you know, have the adventure and be able to create free and clear of stalking weirdos and hateful devils and spiteful individuals who they themselves are also unhealed. And the divine promised me many different things that I won't go into, but some of them being, nah, I'm not gonna even say that. But um, I'm excited and eager to continue on this healing journey. Is it easy? No. Does it come easy? No, it doesn't. It requires you having the willingness, the discipline, and the courage to look within, to face yourself, and to admit truths that are uncomfortable. But again, it's personal. It's not meant for a group of clowns, devils, bullies, con artists, thieves, narcissistic sociopaths. To get in between you and the divine, the sanctity and the solitude of your prayer and your meditation and your healing journey. It's not meant for them to hide behind trees and bushes and listen and eavesdrop. It's not meant for them to interfere with your sacred practices, your spiritual practices. It's not meant for them to interfere and create distractions and disturbances so you don't pray and close your eyes and meditate and connect with the divine. Do you? Well, they don't. I was going to say, do you not realize? But these clowns and idiots don't realize that there are consequences for doing things like that. That comes directly from the spirit world and the ancestors. There are many shamans who have taught through the years that those who eavesdropped on spiritual rituals and practices and ceremonies and hid behind trees and bushes and intentionally tried to um, get in where they didn't belong or hear things that they had no business trying to listen to, observing what happens with the divine in the spirit world uninvited, without them having the permission and access and authority or authorization. It was said that many of these people ended up having or suffering different fates from the divine, be it loss of sanity, poor health, etc. As in most cases when it comes to karma and ignoring universal law, universal principles, and being a divination abuser. Your personal healing journey is yours and yours alone. So when you have a group of bullies and clowns that watch you and scout you and stalk you and then wait for the right moment to steal your devices or hack your devices, blatantly do this stuff. They blatantly do this stupid shit, ignoring the warnings. And by that, let me add this, because this is a group effort, the actions of one reflects upon the entire group. Let me repeat that. The actions of one reflects upon the entire group. Over a year ago, when I first was in isolation, forced isolation, right? Interfering with my job and my career and ability to support myself, orchestrating accidents and lying and all of this stuff and telling lies behind my back, can't defend myself, all that kind of stuff, making it difficult for me to get interviews, all that kind of stuff. When I was in forced isolation the first time and I had my personal effects and belongings, birth certificates, IDs, wallet, etc., and these clowns and bullies stole that when I fell asleep because I had to get acclimated to sleeping on sidewalks, right? Uh, I remember there were certain things that this group did that immediately flipped the tables and sped up their karma, angered the spirit world, angered the ancestors, angered the angels, angered the divine and the. And I remember there were certain actions that they took, that they did, that they thought was funny, these idiots, that sped up cause and effect. Because one thing about this group of narcissistic sociopaths is that they ignore, nor do they care, nor do they understand cause and effect. And from the moment they started doing certain things, threatening, trying to intimidate, sending their cronies and minions and flunkies and, meatheads and, what I'm saying, trying to come from that angle of aggression, that sped up their karma. Tables flipped when they was doing that. People was getting touched in ways and getting in accidents and stuff was happening to them that they couldn't explain. That's because they was coming at me with aggression. Then they started stealing stuff. That's when their secrets started getting exposed. That's when the tables started flipping. That's when things started happening. I shouldn't have to explain this to adults. But obviously, when you're dealing with narcissistic sociopaths and idiots, and they keep recruiting new dummies on top of new dummies to participate in this group. They don't tell the old dummies that left that what happened the first time. So now you got a group of new dummies that they recruit and send, and these dummies do repeat the same actions and deeds of the previous dummies, flying monkeys and sellouts. So as a result, so as a result, what happens is the energetic pull and push from everything they do speeds up the inevitable that's coming towards this group, and there's nothing they can do to stop it. But this time, because they ignored all the warnings and they were supposed to shut this operation down a long time ago, and they received the warnings, they knew they were supposed to stop doing what they was doing. They knew it, but they refused to because they're stubborn. They got the titles. They've been funded by certain millionaires, and they felt they could just do what they want to do. And plus, they continuously follow behind a truly mentally unstable, deranged person that they know is unraveling, they see is unraveling, and they know is possessed. They know this person, this couple, these people is possessed and even changed in appearance to that extent. So what does this mean now? This means that this time around, those who recruited, those who funded, those with the resources, those who allowed, empowered, and um, allowed these individuals to get away with doing what they're doing, and those who turned a blind eye are all going to be held accountable and responsible. They are going to be shined a light upon by the divine. The divine is not going to let them who normally get away with throwing the lower minions under the bus and they get away because they have the resources and the titles. No, this is an equal opportunity, karmic debt, judgment, and justice that's going to ensue upon the entire group from the top to the bottom. So, with that being said, I don't shy away from my healing journey because that's how I'm able to get to where I am now. And these devils decided last night to go into my bag and steal my phone at a store where the cop told me to leave my stuff right there. I said, thank you. I'm going to go grab my peanuts. I'll be right back. I come back, and with them still standing there, with the other dude that was supposed to be working, moving the pallets, decided to go in my bag and steal my phone. So, on that, I allowed myself to, record certain messages and record my personal healing journey or whatever the case is. And they got what they got, but that is not going to deter me. That is not going to stop me, just as it hasn't stopped me or deterred me in the past. Everything these dummies and devils have done only backfired and created bad luck and karma for them. And again, they don't understand cause and effect. They don't understand you will receive what you put out multiplied by your intentions and your actions and the consistency of what you participated in. Not because I or anyone else who is quote unquote, who don't see themselves as a victim, but quote unquote victim, right? Or targeted individual wished it upon them, but because it is the direct result, that cause and effect of what they issued or put out there into the atmosphere or the universe. And that is what they can expect to receive in return by way of their own intentions and actions and the energy that they put out there. Because you're dealing with a group of narcissists, clowns, and bullies that on the surface pretend to be honorable and upright, and they say things like, yeah, do unto others as you would have it done unto you. They know all the jargon and the catchphrases and the slogans. They know everything to say. What goes around comes around, and do unto others what you would have it done unto you, and etc. And yet, as a part of this group of clowns and bullies, narcissistic sociopaths, they do what they do thinking that they're getting away with this fake secret group of clowns and bullies who feel empowered, ganging up on one person. So, be it that you know the slogans and the jargon and the catchphrases, do unto others as you expect it to come back to your ass, trust me, the universe heard you. The universe accepted it, and you will receive what you put out there.